Hey guys, Rexlent here. Welcome to another Duet Night Abyss video. This time it'll be a quick rundown on all 15 characters that this CBT 1 has to offer. To give you an idea on how each character is played, how they fit in a team, and also to give you a preliminary idea on what the final product would probably look like. As of CBT 1, there is a total of 6 4-star characters, the purple rarity characters, and 9 5-star characters, bringing it a total to 15 characters across. It'll take about a minute or so per character, giving you a quick idea. So all characters come with 1 normal skill, 1 ultimate, and 2 passives. The second passive gets unlocked with Ascension. Another helpful thing here is that they will show you a preview footage of what the skills do. Clicking on the tooltip will also expand it, showing you more details. And both skill and ultimate share a resource called Sanity. So like over here, Sanity cost of the skill is 20. And for ultimate, sanity cost is 10 and drains 15 sanity per second. Sanity is that gauge on the bottom right here. So that's your sanity. Sanity is recovered over time. So when I perform a skill like this, every few seconds, it's going to regenerate sanity. There are other characters that also specialize in recovering sanity, as well as the pet function, like the Genimon here, instant sanity recovery. So that's all you need to know. First skill will be E, mapped to the keyboard. Second skill will be the ultimate. Like so. And see how the sanity goes down. Alright, now begins the crash course for every character, starting with Berenica. Berenica is really simple to play. E skill is a forward attack, like so. And then ultimate skill, she will use her special weapon. And you just spam basic attack. And she'll be shooting sword waves everywhere. Like this. And it will drain her sanity over time. So that's it for Berenica. Really simple 4-star character. Another thing to note is that it's really easy to learn a character because weapon is shared across every character, so every character will have the same weapon moveset and range weapon moveset. So I have sword equipped on Berenica. This sword will be the same combo on every character. Same for range weapon. So if I have this range weapon equipped, everybody will fire the same. So the only thing that sets them apart from each other will be their skills and passives. One more interesting thing to know is that in the skill tooltips, they straight up tell you which stat improves which part of the skill. So like over here, if I click on this, they straight away tell you skill efficiency will help with sanity costs. If you want to increase the damage, the one-hit damage, you go for skill damage. The radius, you go for skill range. Sword wave damage is scaled from skill damage, so you know now that if you want Berenica to do more damage, just stack skill damage in her gear. The next character is Margie, nicknamed Princess Rubbish Bin in the game. She specializes in shotgun and she fights with her shovel. She's really simple to play. Margie is a loot goblin, so every time she picks up an item, she gets a buff to herself. Her E skill is her shovel attack. Like so, she bonks once. You can also press and hold E and she'll continually bonk the area in front of her. Like this. The AoE is pretty big. And then her ultimate will be whacking all of the dustbins against the enemy, like so. And that's how you play her. The next character we have here is Tabethe. As you can see on the top right here, her role is support and control. Against a crowd of enemies, she functions really well. First of all, you start with her ultimate, and she's gonna sprout tentacles all over them. And the tentacles will pick up the enemies, and you press her normal skill, and it'll order the tentacles to smack all of them, like so. Also, with her passive, when she shoots her range attack, she has a chance of sprouting a tentacle on the location, like so. So when you're against a crowd of enemies, she can be helpful in providing crowd control solutions. For the next 4-star character, we have Yale and Oliver. If any of you guys are familiar with Bomberman, that's basically his playstyle. What you can do is Helix Leap all the way up and then press his skill. Just spam his skill. He'll be dropping bombs on all of them, like so. Pretty interesting as well. Like so. And for his ultimate, it's gonna freeze the detonation timer of all his explosive, and during that period, just spam the bombs and it'll explode all at once. Like this. Now for the next character, we have Randy. Randy is a support shielder character, so he's gonna be in charge of giving everyone a extended shield and also remove the enemy shield with his AoE. Since Randy is a support character, it's better for him to be an AI helper instead of controlling him, unless you want your AI to be the main DPS. So let me summon 2 more AI like so. And then his main skill places a barrier in front of him, like this. And you cannot move with Randy at all. He's just gonna sit here and slack. And this barrier will apply attack down on incoming enemies. And you can press it again to cancel it. And now for his ultimate, it's interesting because he can spam it. For his ultimate, he's gonna do this. And then you can select the target. And then you place it. Place the AoE. And every time it pulses, it will destroy the enemy's shield. Now the last of the 4-star characters featured here is Hellfire. Hellfire is interesting because she's a DPS character that scales off HP. When you press her skill once, it's just gonna activate a damage over time field around herself, like so. And pressing it again will extend the duration, like this. So let me add enemies in the field. Look, they'll be just taking damage from the burn. And when they attack her, she's gonna deal an additional tick to them and also extend the field. Hellfire would be a really good option for AFK farming. Just leave the field on. Her ultimate will be a knockback storm and also applies taunt to all the enemies. Like so. And she has a passive where when she attacks taunted enemies, she will do bonus damage. And that's it for Hell's kit. It's really simple. Just place the field and forget. She also has a natural health regen on herself. Now moving on to the 5-star characters. The first character I want to talk about here would be Fushu. Fushu is a top tier support and I would say she's the backbone of every team. That's right, she's really that good. Her role is support and sanity recovery and healing. So how her kit works is that she's gonna place down up to 2 of these bubbles, and it's gonna pulse and perform healing and sanity recovery. And this is why she's really good for every team. That means that she's gonna heal everyone's sanity and everyone can be spamming their skills even more. And her ultimate provides a full health and shield recovery to the whole team. Like so. This ultimate is really good as well for characters like Psyche. I'll get to that later. But that's all you need to know for Fushu. She's top tier. Now for the next 5-star support character, we have Truffle and Filbert. Truffle is scaled mainly from HP, so all you need to do is just stack HP into her gear. The main highlight of Truffle's kit is that every time she does a normal skill, she's gonna provide damage dealt increase to the whole party, and also some healing. For her next passive, she also provides the chance of dropping an ammo supply chest. This is really helpful when you're up against a boss with no source of ammo. And finally, there is this when she does her ultimate. She will summon her pick, Filbert. And what you can do with this is a couple of things. Basic attack changes to Filbert attacking, 2-hit combo, a plunge attack, like so. And if you press and hold her skill, she's gonna be zooming across the map, like this. So this can be really useful in certain missions or objectives that require you to get from point A to point B, or simply just use it for traversal in exploration, like so. And then her normal skill outside of her ultimate will be throwing Filbert, like so. This is the one that provides healing and also damage increase for 10 seconds. For a third 5-star support, we have Fina. Fina is a damage element support. She doesn't provide healing, but she provides a ton of damage bonus appended to your attacks. So what's gonna happen is when I press her ultimate, she's gonna generate an elemental field. And you can press it again to change the element of it. See the symbols here? And then, any attacks applied to the enemy is gonna trigger a whole lot of extra elemental damage. So you can see how many digits are there. So many numbers. So that is the role of Fina. She's gonna apply her field. And your main DPS is gonna do a lot of bonus damage. To show you an example, I have Fina here set as the support. And then you'll see how much damage Berenica's ultimate will do. So now that the field is out, let me do her ultimate. And then watch the digits. It's a lot of extra damage applied to them. And everything's dead already. Next up we have Sibylle. Her weapon is unique. She uses a whip sword. And her mechanic is pretty interesting. She will summon an orb that you can hit from her ultimate, like so. And this orb will link up to more and more enemies. And all you need to do is attack the orb. And the damage is gonna transfer to all the link enemies, like this. You can also press and hold her skill. She'll continually whip the orb. And all the damage gets transferred to them and they all die. So this can be really good in farming against a huge crowd. Next up we have Lynn. Lynn specializes in dual pistols. She is really straightforward to play. Her normal skill shoots forward and applies a debuff on all of them. And the interesting thing here is her ultimate. Her ultimate basically places her into a turret status where she cannot move or dodge, but she gets hit stun immunity. So this is what happens. First you press ultimate, and then you just press and hold basic attack. She's gonna shoot everything in front of her. All targets. And she gets faster and faster while draining your sanity over time. Like so. So for Lynn, if you have enough attack speed in her stats, you can also do this. You can just jump above and activate her ultimate. And she's gonna rain on all of them. Like so. She'll gradually fall. But you can be an air turret, hitting everything. Moving on to the next character, we have Rebecca. Rebecca is similar to Hellfire, where she is very good at AFK gaming. Her kit is really simple. All you need to do is place down her skills 3 times, where she places all these jellyfish. And it's going to continually pulse and also place a debuff on them. Attacking them will also place the debuff, like so. When you hit them enough, with all the debuff, you can trigger all the debuffs by pressing her ultimate. Like that. Next up, the combat mate Hilda. Hilda specializes in grenade launcher. And let me just show you how her skill works. It's pretty fun. So how it works is that Hilda will always have these 2 main cannons by her side, and it's going to automatically hit enemies. And the first thing that you would do is use her ultimate. And the number of enemies that she hits with ultimate will produce the amount of cannons that she will have. So let me do it and show it to you. First step, ultimate. And now she has all these cannons. Next thing is to use a skill. And it's gonna spin around her like so. So if you have her gear stats tuned to efficiency for her sanity, she can do this pretty much forever. Especially with Fushu. So let me call Fushu in. And Fushu's gonna generate more sanity. So yeah. And of course, while this is up, you can also use your own attacks. Like that. One of my favorite characters, to be honest. I can't wait to get her when the game launches. Next up, we have Yuming. This guy is essentially a one-trick pony. All he does is plunge attack, and he's damn good at it. So first things first, all you need to do is activate his ultimate. And he's gonna summon his dragon. And during this period, he has immunity to hit stuns. And the dragon will automatically attack enemies near him, dealing AoE damage every 3 seconds. And now what you need to do next is simply spam plunge. His normal skill teleports him up in the air. And improving the next plunge attack, like so. And that's all he does. Look at how much damage he's doing. Just on his own. So what you're gonna do is just spam plunge. E, plunge, E, plunge, E, plunge, skill and plunge, skill and plunge, skill and plunge. Look, almost all of them are dead. And I set them to level 180. It's so much damage. So yeah, he is the resident 5-star plunger in the team. And if you have characters like Fushu again, giving him all the battery for his sanity, he can pretty much plunge forever. Just skill and plunge, skill and plunge. It's doing so much damage. All his passives basically increase plunge damage, plunge speed. So that's all you need to do with Yuming. Just plunging, plunge gaming. And last but not least, we have Psyche, who is also the limited character gacha banner right now in CBT 1. In short, Psyche's specialty is that she can fly and shoot projectiles, while on the ground, outside of ultimate, her skill places a decoy, like so. And that decoy is going to slow enemies and also deal damage when it explodes. But the highlight of it is her flying, which is activated after you press ultimate, like so. And with her upgraded to her second passive, flying will first drain her HP before draining her sanity. And for Psyche, she has Berserker, which means the lower her HP goes, the more damage she deals. So now I have Fushu with her. Fushu can continually heal her and also heal her sanity while at it. This means that Psyche can fly perpetually forever with Fushu, because Fushu will keep healing her HP and sanity to full, like so. And all you need to do is just spam basic and she'll shoot all of them, like that. Just stay near Fushu for Fushu to heal her and heal her sanity, like that. Pretty fun. You can also use her skill while in flight and it changes to homing attack. You can spam her skill while flying. Spam normal attack. Just stay near Fushu's field. Infinite ultimate. Infinite flying. So now that I've gone through all the characters, you should have a general idea that teams would consist of mostly Fushu because she's way too important. She forms the backbone of the team. And then followed by either Fina or Truffle if you want a second buffer. And then for the third character, it's gonna be DPS. As for the DPS, it's gonna depend on the kind of team that you want to make. Just like this team over here, I have Fina and Fushu supporting, and then I'm just gonna use Psyche ultimate, permanent ultimate build, and just stay here, shoot everyone, like so. So, I already mentioned earlier, with Fushu, she's gonna keep Psyche healed, and since Psyche's ultimate drains her HP first, basically, you have 2 bars to go through. First your HP and then your sanity gauge itself. So that's a lot of insurance, keeping the ultimate up. All you need to do is just stay near Fushu. Stay near her blue field so that you keep getting the healing and also sanity recovery. And that's it for single DPS with 2 support builds, like so. And if you want a team with more passive gameplay, you can go Hilda and then summon Fushu again. And then someone like Rebecca. Like that. And then press her E skill. That's it. It's just gonna get everyone. Just stay near with Fushu. Get her buffs. You don't have to do much. Like so. So yeah, this is one of the AFK team comp strats. You can bring characters like Hilda, even Hellfire, Rebecca, and then all of their AoE will just take the enemies out without you needing to do anything. So yeah, of course, if you want to be more hands-on, you can use your own attacks during this, speed up the process. If not, then you could just stay still and just AFK, let the enemies come to you, and then AI Fushu will just take care of you. And if you want a more gimmicky hands-on approach, you can also use Yuming, someone like Yuming, the plunger guy. All you need to do is call your ultimate and start plunging. Use skill and plunge. It's just gonna kill everyone. He's like so overtuned as of CBT. And you can also call in Fushu if you want more sanity efficiency, like so. And she'll start healing sanity and then you can spam even more. He just does an absurd amount of damage. So when this game launches, if they follow the kits like CBT, then Fushu is probably a must pull. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope it gave you an idea on how all the characters are played as of CBT 1. It wouldn't reflect the final product, obviously, because they're definitely going to be doing some balances or changes or even introduce new characters in subsequent CBT, possibly, or at launch. But yeah, hopefully it's helpful to you in knowing how the characters are played, especially right now if you're still playing CBT. Consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel. The pre-registered link is in the description below, also in the pinned comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.